Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday, and welcome back to another Apples and Tiaras vlog. If you are new here, my name is Charlotte, and I am a fourth grade reading, science, and social studies teacher in Northern Arizona. I'm also a mom and a wife, and I'm just trying to get through this crazy thing that we call life. I just got to school. It is about 7:20. I'm just doing my normal chores, my morning stuff, getting my computer turned on, and getting myself logged into all of the devices in the room. And then I wanted to quickly show you guys, I've been really digging into using two major websites in my day. And so I wanted to show you guys which websites I use, and why I use them and how I use them. So if you are like me, then you use slides or some kind of visual on your TV for most of your teaching. Now, the reason why I use slides so often is because I do have ADHD. I've dealt with it my entire life, and when I didn't use slides in the past, I noticed that I forgot a lot of information. I forgot details. I would go off on tangents, and I, like in regular ADHD fashion, I would get really distracted by things and I would go off course. And so just for the last, I would say probably at least 6 years of teaching, I have used some sort of slide or visual aid over and above like a lesson plan paper to teach from. And I have just found that I'm so much more successful in my delivery of information or of lessons or of just daily reminders if I use some sort of slide or visual aid. And so in the past I used Google Slides. Why is this not opening? I don't understand. Why is Google not opening on my Chrome? There it goes. Okay. I used Google Slides religiously in the past, and I would use like PowerPoint to create the background of the slide if Google Slides didn't have something. But most recently, I have switched over to Canva. And if you guys haven't tried Canva yet, some of my veteran teachers that are here, newer teachers, you probably know what Canva is. But for my veteran teachers, Canva is like Google Slides meets Instagram on crack. It's just so much cuter. There's so many cuter like elements and effects, and I just absolutely love using Canva. So let me give you an example of how I have used Canva to elevate my morning slides. So on Canva, I created these, and these are just my the background image to my morning slides. Pretty much everything that you see here is from the Canva website, minus the Starbucks symbol that I got on Google. But the tool to delete the background from that was used on Canva. You can enter QR codes, you can add audio, you can add video, you can add YouTube videos, you can add voiceovers. There's some really cool AI apps on here. But anyways, Canva has just been like a fabulous tool for me to not only create my lesson plan slides, because I do that as well. I have an entire slide deck for one of my science standards, and it literally goes step by step, day by day, what we're doing in science. I haven't been using Mystery Science this year because I don't want to get too deep into it, but basically I have to give my kids this common formative assessment that every student in the district takes, and Mystery Science does not teach the proper vocabulary and direct concepts that are on this quiz that the kids have to take. And so I have been kind of doing more direct teaching just in the last few weeks, which has been fine because it's been a good adjustment. The kids didn't get a lot of science in previous school years, grade levels. And so this year is very I'm having to fill in a lot of gaps. So I'm doing more foldables and stuff, but this is an example of like how I would use a slideshow. So I literally have like the assignment or activity we're going to make. I have the slides I want to teach from, and then I have, again, like a notebook page we're doing. I have videos linked in here. You can't see them right now, but look how cute some of these slides are. Like, they're adorable. And some of them are already made for you. Like, this one's already been made. And so I just, took the slides and put them in there. But anyways, this is how I've been using Canva. I have a standard that I'm teaching, and I build a slideshow to go with the standard, and it goes day by day by day. That way, next year, I don't have to remake them. I just already have them, and they're labeled by standard. So I also have nonfiction text structures, and I embed like videos and text, and like I taught Teaching and So Forth's text structure baby song. So that will need to be open for the rest of the quarter because we're going to be singing that every day. And it just has like what we're doing next and in what order. That way I don't get lost with what I'm trying to teach. So anyway, Canva is my #1 used website at the moment to help deliver instruction. And then the other tool that I love is classroomscreen.com. And this one is so cool because it's kind of like a slideshow all in itself, except for it's really just a one-pager. So you really could make a slide for a lesson and have the slide change throughout the lesson. But the way I use it is I have it for every moment of our day. So for every class period or every like chunk of time. And so this is like my morning menu. So when the kids walk in the morning, this is what they see. There's a noise monitor here. So if I turn the thing on, it's muted right now, I think. Let's see, I don't know. It might not be on. But there's a thing. Oh, there it goes. And it dings if they get too loud. So that's really cool. I use that ding if it dings, obviously they're too loud, and I just take a Class Dojo point. And then I also have like the real time. There's an alarm there for when it's time to pack up and go to lunch. I have their menu of the morning, what they're supposed to do for the day. I have a reminder of what the noise level should be, and then I have a timer for how long they have until it is time to gather at the carpet. I usually tap that timer right at 7:45 when the first kid comes in, and then that way it pretty much takes us through to the time where we need to stop working and come to the carpet for announcements and our daily hype. And so this is really cool. There's a lot of different features on Classroom Screen. Obviously, you can change the background. They have some preloaded ones, some with like videos, movement, and then you can upload your own image to be a background. So I have various images for backgrounds depending on the time of the year, like March Madness, when we read Holes, Wicked Wednesday, but they have a bunch of these different backgrounds. Now, I am not sponsored by Classroom Screen. I am not being asked or paid to talk about Classroom Screen at all. I'm just showing you this because I absolutely love it and has been a game changer for me. There's a randomizer tool, so you can upload your class list into there and you can call on a student. You can upload images, text, obviously. The work symbols is cool. You can change like, okay, for now you guys can work together, or you need to just talk with one partner, or you may whisper, or it should be silent. And they also have traffic lights, so like, you could call someone up to explain how they're feeling about it. I could put the red light up, which means like, hey, you guys aren't doing what you're supposed to do. Green is the class is looking good. Just depends on how you want to use it. There's a timetable, so it's a way to keep time. Timers are great. They expand and change shape as they get bigger, so everything is adjustable. And then there's also all of these. So like you can add the calendar, the day of the week. There's a dice tool, a drawing tool. You could put up a QR code or a hyperlink, a group maker. So again, you can load your class list into here and it can make a group for you. There's an event countdown. So like, let's say you're having a class party, you're going on a field trip, it will count down to your event. There's a scoreboard. So if you're playing a game with your class, there's a visual timer. This one's kind of cool. That could be used for any activity. It's more of a visual. And then there's a webcam tool. You can embed a video, a stopwatch, which I love because when my kids are talking and wasting my time, I can literally just tap this and it will keep a running record of how much time they've wasted. I do that more during reading class. And then there's a sticker tool, which is really cute. So like, let me show you on my reading slide, which is this one. I need to update it. Actually, no, I'm good. So I always put the supplies they're going to need for the class period up here. That way they know when they come in that they're going to need those supplies. You can upload images. So I have my Bitmoji here. And then again, so I have our agenda for reading class, their learning target. It matches the one on the wall. And then a timer in case I need it. And that stopwatch so that I can, you know, take away recess time if I need to. But anyways, I love Classroom Screen. This has been a game changer. I've used it all year. Again, I have a slide for science activity, the Friday menu because it's a little bit different. I have a character council screen, and then I have a screen for my self-care club that I run on Wednesdays after school. But I absolutely love this. Now you do have the option, if you do the free version, you have to like re-update your slides or your screens every day. But I don't remember. Okay, so I pay $36 a year to use this, but it is so worth it because I use it every single day. And I really don't mind the amount because of what you're getting from it. So like I said, I use this every single day for every single moment of the day. And it's great. And you can actually embed other timers in here. So like this timer right here is for when lunch ends, but you could literally load in all of your timers for the day for every transition, and that timer would go off automatically. So I absolutely love Classroom Screen. Again, I am not being sponsored. I just want to share this with you guys because I find it so useful. And if your district doesn't have it blocked, you can actually send Classroom Screen to your students to use if they were to need it during independent work time. So let's say you have a kiddo that has extreme ADHD and they literally need a to-do list for everything they need to accomplish while they're in your class. You could set up a to-do list for them, have them set a timer, and then the timer would go off. So they would do like 10 minutes of quiet work time and then take a quick walk down the hall and back. So you can use Classroom Screen for your students as long as it's not blocked by your district. It is not blocked for mine, and so I've had a couple of students in the past use it as a tool to self-regulate. So like it literally has, every morning they write their to-do list. Now obviously because they use the free account, they can't save their screens, so they would have to remake it every morning, but that could definitely be something that they do as soon as they get to school as part of their day. They make their to-do list. I mean, that's what I do as an adult when I get to school every day. I make a list of things I need to accomplish in that day, and it helps keep me on track. So anyway, that is how I use Canva and Classroom Screen. If you guys haven't checked these two websites out before, please check them out. If you're screen savvy like I am, or they call me the slide queen because there's a slide for everything, check out Canva and check out Classroom Screen. You might really enjoy using Classroom Screen, and it's only $36 for the whole year. So I think that's pretty amazing cost. But anyways, that is all for today's vlog. I would like to tell you that I would vlog the rest of the day, but it probably isn't realistic. The amount of management that I am doing right now with this group is very heavy, and so I want to dedicate all of my thinking to the kids, to managing everything, and just making sure that everything's going down the right way. Someday, though, when I'm feeling good and like I have it under control, I will vlog the whole day. But for now, that is it for today. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on all my socials, and I will see you in the next vlog. Bye, guys.